the host, Artur Doroszko. Today with me are economists Derek Choi, Deju, and Andrew Domingo.
Hey.
Hi. Hi. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for joining us. Okay, today we are discussing our economy. Unemployment is at 8.1%, inflation is at 2.4%, real GDP is 3%, tax rates is 45%, and there's a surplus in our economy.
As I'm explaining the figures, I'll be on the side of the expansion policy. So, as 6, 7, 8% is the normal rate for unemployment, we can afford to have 0.1% of people working in other areas, as our unemployment rate is 8.1%. Also, this will give government the ability to cut their tax rates to less than 45%. As net tax being a surplus, we could have some cutback in order to motivate people to go out and work for their money instead of getting the unemployment insurance. Also, population trends of 0.5% explains increase in the unemployment. Tax base is commercial, meaning they can adjust the tax rates a little. So, since they're getting most of the 45% of their budget from commercial-based taxes, they can decrease their tax rate to 30 to 35%, or a bit more than that. As long as it's less than 45%, we can have a little cutback for the taxes since we have surplus. Also, covering unemployment rate will increase the real GDP for a few percent, as since there are people working and which will create a decrease in unemployment rate, and these working people will have purchasing powers, which will lead to more consuming of goods. That leads to a real GDP increase of real GDP. Inflation being 2.4% explains the increase in real GDP. Also, having a inflation means that there is much demand and the supply is low. Therefore, this will also create an inflation, which being, as I said before, the 2.4%.
Very interesting perspective on how we can change our economy. Thank you.
From my perspective, a contractionary fiscal policy would be needed in relation to the economy's surplus. Though it would not seem to have a negative effect, over time its continuous presence can lead to an inflated economy. At that point, there will be high increases to the prices and aggregate demand. Prices will rise and people will spend less because the businesses will be requiring more money to finance their production. The government will need to help by increasing taxes and therefore leaving the public with less spending money. Increasing taxes will also lower the aggregate demand and decrease the inflation rate. An increase in taxes is needed to stabilize the economy and will not do any harm if the economy's real GDP level is high enough. A decrease in the government's spending could also help to alleviate the possible inflation that could occur and lower aggregate demand. Some sort of action must be taken quickly, regardless of the fact that there is no election that will be taking place as of late.
That was loud.
No.
I agree with Andrew. The economy is in need of contractionary fiscal policy, I think. And like you said, we can afford to do it with the numbers we're pulling out right now. Increasing taxes, first of all, at a moderate rate, will help slow down the spending and bring the economy back to its healthy potential output. This will also ease the inflation rate down, keeping businesses from overproducing like they are right now. Also, decreasing government spending will also assist in greatly bringing the economy back. I doubt real action will be taken in this direction though, because there's no election coming up. So after it's all said and done, whatever.
Thank you, Derek, for that insightful view. Ultimately, it is difficult to come to a direct decision as both benefit different spectrums of the economy, and because there is no forthcoming election. The expansionary perspective helps decrease the unemployment rate. This is beneficial for the consumers of an economy. And the contractionary perspective brings down the inflation rate, but increases the taxes, and that benefits the government. Okay, that's it for this report. Thank you for tuning in.
Today with me are economics